Hey y'all, Airgun Angie with Backyard Shooting. It is a little chilly out here today, but I'm still out here showing you guys the Umarex Iconics in 22 cal. This is an entry-level, ambidextrous, extremely budget-friendly PCP from Umarex. Let's check it out. So the Umarex Iconics is available only in 22 caliber. It is a super friendly, budget-friendly PCP for entry-level or youngsters, or just maybe you don't want to spend a whole lot of money and you want a new gun. The Umarex Iconics is like less than 200 bucks. Before we go any further, let's thank Umarex for another air gun. They are like the company that makes just about any kind of air gun: small bore, big bore, BB, CO2, nitrogen, arrow guns. I mean, really, they have replicas, whatever it is, they have all sorts of things. So thank you again to Umarex for yet another one. Let's move on to aesthetics. The Umarex Iconics from butt to muzzle total length is 39.75 inches and the total weight is 5 pounds. Its rubber butt pad gives comfort when you shoulder the all-weather gray synthetic stock and textured pistol grip and forearm for a firm grip in the field. In front of the grip is the trigger guard, where you'll find the unique push-forward manual safety and the non-adjustable trigger. On the right side of the air rifle is the side lever cocking handle that, when pulled back, allows the shooter to load either one of the 10-shot mags or the single shot tray into the breech. In front of the breech is the 100cc air cylinder that fills to a max pressure of 3,000 psi or 206 bar. You'll find the easy-to-read pressure gauge at the end of the air cylinder along with the fill port, which does require a probe. Just don't lose it. Above the air cylinder is the 20.75-inch rifled and shrouded barrel. Following the barrel back toward the action is the split Picatinny optics reel, where you'll need to mount your optic. No open sights on this guy. I have the Axion 4-16 by 44 on this one. And guys, if you look really close, you really don't have to, but I've misplaced the turret caps, so hopefully I'll find those. Otherwise, I have some easy adjustments to make, right? But I better be careful not to accidentally adjust it. All right, that's it for aesthetics. Let's move on to operation. How do we operate this guy? It's really, really simple. It is a PCP. We're going to need air, of course, after you mount your scope. You're going to turn the dust cover, attach the probe, and then insert the probe into the port. Fill to the max of 3,000 psi or 206 bar. Bleed your air source, remove the fill probe, and turn the dust cover. Next up, it's time to load the mag. These are 10-shot traditional Umarex mags. You basically turn the clear cover to the right, or you could say counterclockwise, all the way around. Insert the first pellet head first with your finger on the back of the hole so it doesn't fall through, and then turn the cover to load the rest until it's full. That's pretty much it. Next up, you're going to pull the cocking handle back, insert the mag into the breech, push your side lever cocking handle forward, make sure your muzzle is aimed in a safe direction, disengage the safety, and pull the trigger. Before I do a review on any air rifle or any rifle, I need to find out what kind of ammo it likes the best so that I can show its best performance. And I did a 25-yard pellet test. I tested probably about 12 to 14 different pellets, and the best ones, it was kind of hard because there were a few that were pretty good, but the best ones were the Predator GTOs. That's hard for me to say right now. Predator GTOs, the Crossman Ultra Magnums, and the JTS Dead Centers. Now the AEAs, both of them did pretty good too, but I chose the Crossman Ultra Magnums because all 4 shots pretty much went in the same hole. There was one flyer, so I went with those. So we have those 3 for the top pellets for this review. Now before we move on to any shooting or talking about it, let's talk about this trigger. The trigger pull weight on this guy, Umarex claims, is 5 pounds, which yes is a little bit heavy. I got a little bit more than that, 5 pounds 12 ounces and 6 pounds 2 ounces. So it's a little bit of a heavy trigger, but just think, guys, in maybe a month or 2 after shooting this, you'll have the strongest trigger finger ever. Next up, full to empty. I did a 25-yard full to empty test. Umarex says 25 shots per fill, so I wanted to test test it and see if I actually got at least 25 shots per fill. And I used the JTS dead centers because honestly I have quite a bit of those ones, so I used the JTS dead centers as the guinea pig for this test to see how many shots we got, and shot 1 produced 841 feet per second. Then halfway through at shot 15, there's a little bit of a hint there. Shot 15, I got 853 feet per second. And then it says shot 29, but it was actually 30 because the chronograph missed one. At shot 30, I got 727 feet per second. So it did start dropping, but the accuracy actually stayed the same. So these were a couple, I think this was, I changed my point of impact on this one, but, and these were when I first filled it. So usually when you first fill it, they're a little wonky, but the rest of them right there, that is 30 shots right there. Accuracy did not suffer in those last 5 shots. So I would say, yeah, 30 shots per fill. And the air gauge was right at the yellow, which is 1,000 PSI. So it was right at 1,000 PSI when I took after 30 shots. So that's pretty good. And let's talk about foot-pounds of energy. Is this going to, we know the accuracy is good so far at 25 yards. And is it going to make a great pester or small gamer? Well, the max foot-pounds of energy I got in the full to empty test was 30.2 foot-pounds of energy. The minimum was 21.2, so definitely sufficient enough for small game and for pesting. But will it be a small gamer or pester at 50 yards? Let's check it out. And I'm not really sure. Oh, that was high and right. We're going to continue with the same aim point though, guys. Also, what I probably should have done, if these next couple straighten out or closer to that bull, we're going to start our count from that one right there, because I did just fill it, and usually this isn't regulated, so usually the first shots are a little off anyways. So let's see how it does. Oh, that one was up by the other one. And one more. One. Two. This cocking lever is really smooth. Trigger's a little heavy. Ooh. Ah. These are a little heavier, so I do expect a drop. Oh, one more. Oops. Well, that was nice. JTS shot beautifully. I'd say those are a favorite at 50 yards. 50-yard accuracy with the Umarex Iconics. None of the pellets, I mean, the Crossman Ultra Magnums, they are kind of like, not not great. The GTOs, they were okay, but the JTS dead centers, they say yes, the Umarex Iconics is a 50-yard gun, and I'm sure there are other pellets out there that it'll shoot well at 50 yards. But the JTS dead centers did the best at 50. And yes, I would definitely take that small game hunting or pesting. We have a couple more things to cover on this before we're done. So, backyard friendliness. Is this guy backyard friendly? Like I always say, you guys can probably fill in the blank right now. Depends on where your backyard is. My backyard's pretty lenient. My neighbors are pretty cool. So yes, it is backyard friendly for me, but is it for you? So at the muzzle, I got 103.2 dBs and 102.6. And it's kind of loud. That is right there at the muzzle. I have heard that Terry from Buck Rail makes a moderator that would quiet this down, so I would definitely be interested in checking that out. He makes some pretty cool stuff. Then back from my perspective, the shooters that is, I got 100.7 and 99.2. So quiets down a little bit from the shooter's perspective. We're not done yet. We're not done with backyard friendliness. We take it 20 yards away so we can kind of get an idea what the neighbors will hear. And at 20 yards away, I got 97 and 95.3. So it does quiet down a little bit from the shooter's perspective and 20 yards away. But if Terry from Buck Rail has something to quiet down a little bit more, I would definitely, if I was you, check it out. And I do plan on it. Next up is Offhand. Yes, we got to check it out offhand and see how we shoot it that way. So let's take it up to 25 yards and see how we do. Got it? Oh, I missed that one. I knew I missed it when I shot. I shouldn't have shot it yet. Got it. Barely. Got the bottom of it. Let's see if I can do all the other smaller ones. Oh, right beside it. I've done better offhand, yes. But I've also done worse, so not bad. As far as the Umarex Iconics, this is meant to be a budget-friendly, entry-level PCP, something that is easy to operate, easy to use, and not cost an arm and a leg. I don't even know how much an arm and a leg really costs. I'd imagine it's a lot more than this, though. And Umarex did that, so if you guys are interested in a budget-friendly, beginning, entry-level PCP, the Umarex Iconics may just be the one for you. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching. I'm Airgun Angie with Backyard Shooting. This was a review on the Umarex Iconics entry-level PCP in 22 cal. There'll be more coming on who knows what. I'm Airgun Angie. I generally have a gun in my hand. Which one it'll be, I don't know. Y'all don't just have a good day. Have an awesome one. See ya. They're back. The roosters are back, guys, and they are louder than ever. Okay, maybe not louder than ever, but they're there. We've got one that sounds like the Chuck Norris whistling guy, whistling song, whatever. Woo, woo! Yeah. And I really would like to go pesting for a rooster right now. He'd be pretty tasty. You know, Thanksgiving's coming up.